Welcome back to another video. It's the weekend. We're driving somewhere. I'm also in the middle of creating a video for my other channel, The Grumpy Dad Outdoors. Please make sure you subscribe to it. I keep begging y'all every week. Forgive me, but that channel that people wanted me to start is struggling. So went down to Grand Isle, Louisiana early this morning. I've been up since probably about 4:30 this morning I wanted to go try out some fishing. I have not been fishing in years. It's one of them things I keep saying I'm going back to do. I'm going fishing next week, and it's been years since I did it. Before I had kids, I was literally on the water in a bay boat somewhere, saltwater fishing every weekend I was off, which I was on shift work back then, so it was like every other weekend. And life happens, so I'm trying to get back, kind of a little detox thing, I guess you could call it. So I was thinking about just using that opener for that video on this video, but I said, nah, I have to do it. So we got a couple of different things to discuss, so let's get to it. So I went fishing this morning, and I didn't have a boat, but if y'all caught my video from the last time I was in Grand Isle about 3 or 4 weeks ago, people just on the side of the road fishing. I've been looking at some fishing reports. Grand Isle's a place south, like literally on the Gulf, and that's where I had one of my wing bit stations. And you can just park on the side of the road because it's on the Gulf and catch speckled trout, redfish, and who knows what else. So that was my plan. It didn't quite work out the plan. You can check out the other video, but y'all know me, I'm a straight shooter. Even when I don't look favorable on me, I didn't do that good. I skunked out. I caught two rat reds, as we call them. Redfish have to be over 18 inches or over, and these were not even close. But it was cool just to kind of get a line in the water, as they say. Live bait is normally the best bait, and I didn't use live bait because I didn't know how it was going to be. So I bought some artificial lures that people said they were using. Hey, I caught the redfish on, but it was just a down day for fishing, where on a Sunday normally all those areas would be packed with people fishing. Early in the morning they were, but they left out before I even did. So I look at it as I held out. Then I did some ham radio from the park, if y'all have seen those videos. But I've been watching some videos for crypto and that kind of stuff like that. Crypto market, it's not going straight up. I talked about that earlier in some of my other videos earlier in the week. I think it corrected back down to Bitcoin is down to like 62,000. Told y'all nothing's gonna go straight up, but I think it's hilarious, sad, scary how some of these YouTubers are just thinking that this is it. Bull market's on, baby, let's go. And I'm like, y'all should know better. Like, how can y'all tell people this? They think Bitcoin is going straight up, and then they think I'm hearing them say like the alt season's here. Make sure you're buying into all your alts because we're about to have this parabolic alt run. I just don't see it. Some people, I follow Alex Becker. Some people don't care for him. Again, with any of these YouTube people, even me included, if you take a little bit from each one of them and not everything. So I know everybody doesn't like Becker, but again, as long as you're taking just a few things from each person, not going all in, but he's telling everybody, don't put all your life savings into it. I say the same thing all the time in my videos. And chances are you're gonna lose money in crypto. Don't follow everything all the influencers say, him, me, or anybody else. Make your own decisions. But he kind of started hitting on politics a little bit, and he said he's not a political channel. And I know every time I talk about politics, it seems like I lose subscribers no matter who I talk about. Or I don't tell anybody on my channel who to vote for. I just state the facts. And like he says, voting for one person who wants to raise all these capital gains taxes and all this other stuff like that doesn't really make sense if you're in crypto. And he lists a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm not going to go ahead and rehash that. But it's he believes that, you know, Trump getting elected could really boost crypto, and in his words, Kamala, whoever way you want to pronounce it. I hear people pronounce it both ways. Now one of them seems to be an insult, but yet the media pronounce them both ways, and there's nothing wrong with them doing it. Either way, you had him saying that if she gets elected, there'll be so much money printing now. Wars keep going on. That could also help Bitcoin out. So there you go. Another thing he mentioned that I really agree with, something I've been telling y'all about, is Solana, AVAX, and Matic. Well, it's not even Matic anymore. Isn't Polygon like Polygon now? Either way, I'm DCAing into him. I tell y'all that all the time. But he's saying that he's looking at it, and he knows people have finally kind of caught on that Ethereum's gas fees are too stupid. We've been saying that for a while. But you know, he's talking about that along with some of the gaming or AI coins. You know, he talked about Immutable X. He talked about Near a lot. You know, he starts talking about a lot of these coins. And despite how you feel about him, despite how you know, he is a little dramatic, especially the opening of his videos. But I mentioned him just because he's been right a lot of times also. He'll come up with these no-name AI coins that people have never heard of before, or gaming coins, especially last cycle. And he's on the money. You know, now he also preaches something that I've never heard him say this before. So I didn't get this from him, but because I've been saying it just because this is what happened to me. I keep telling everybody, this bull run, we are taking profits. We're sipping profits. I am not going to, and I said this on my live the other day. I don't know how many of y'all have caught my live. I know a lot of y'all tuned into my live. I thank y'all again. A lot of questions and answers back and forth. I was asking y'all questions, y'all were answering. But anyway, I don't get sidetracked here. But I tell y'all, I watched my Exodus wallet, because that's where I hold a lot of my stuff at, go down 90% at the end of the last bull run into the bear market. And I'm not going to do that again. I don't know what I'm going to do with it when I sip the profits out, because, you know, part of being in crypto, you're not supposed to really like cash it in, but what else you can put it into? Because if I put it into just USDC, every time I hear something about a new coin or some coin that's going to be the next greatest thing, I'm going to just be spending it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But my point is, the whole diamond hands, this is the wrong channel if you're going to wait for diamond hands, because the whole diamond hands mantra is over with. At least for me, and listening to some different YouTube people, even like Wendy O, you know, Miss clickbait title herself, even she talks about sipping profits, making a moon bag. I do like that whole moon bag thing to a point, but even more than a moon bag, if I'm up huge profits, I'm taking profits. And Becker said the same thing. He is getting it. He's telling people, I'm buying these tokens, I'm buying these coins, the ones I'm telling you about, I'm buying these coins. He tells them, you know, one of them was one of his biggest holdings, and he says, I'm letting y'all know now I'm selling. And Grumpy is telling y'all the same thing. Y'all not going to come after me in the middle of this bull market like people did with BitBoy and all these other ones for selling tokens. I'm telling y'all, I own almost all the tokens. Y'all know what projects I'm in. Y'all know I also own a hell of a lot of Luna Classic, and Cardano and Atom and all these other ones. And yes, I think those are all good tokens to get into before the bull market. And yes, when I start making some damn good profits from it, Grumpy is selling. I bought a bunch of Solana at $8, $10, $12, $13, $14. When I was telling people before I had a YouTube channel, but I was in these forums and in these Discord groups and on the Facebook groups, and I was telling people, y'all are idiots if y'all think Solana's going away. There's way too many projects. Oh no, Solana's tied up with FTX and it's going away. No, it's not. Just because FTX was involved in it does not mean it's going away. People made fun of me while I'm buying it, and now it's up to $140 something. And Becker today is talking about the same numbers I'm hearing from other people. I don't like repeating those numbers because I think they're a little too bullish. I'd rather be wrong in him right in this, but I'd much rather tell y'all that, hey, yeah, Solana can 3 or 4x from here. But he's talking about $800 to $1,000. That's what a lot of other people are saying. Hey, this is one time I'd much rather them be right than me. But he talked about Polygon. He talked about Immutable X. He's talked about AVAX. He likes AVAX a lot. So again, when I get paid this Friday, I got a lot of overtime from the hurricane. A lot of overtime. Yes, I got to get my computer built finished. But I will be DCAing into those tokens we talked about. VET. I like VET. VET at 2 cents when it used to be 20 cents. I still like that. They still got projects building on them. That's what I'm doing. And I think whether or not this bull market is starting now, you got to remember we got another price cut. A rate cut coming in November, and another one coming in December. I think they said 2 more. October, November, December. One, I don't have the notes in front of me. I don't want to Google it while I'm driving. Either way, I keep telling y'all, I think this bull run's going to start after the election. Whether it's right after the election or January, I think that's when it's going to start, depending on who wins. And I think that's the perfect storm. I talked about this in my live. Now's the time to be purchasing. Don't look at it and say, oh, I missed the bottom. This might be the bottom, and this might be where we're at now. But if it's going up here, this is still a good buy-in price. You know, I keep saying, I hate to always bring up that project, but I own a lot of Fly token from DeFi. And they drop some in some of my wallets, not my main wallet, but some of my wallets I got dropped some Fly. They keep swearing they're gonna put liquidity in it. They've been saying that for 6 months. Hey, I hope they do, because if they put liquidity in it, I'm not making it a secret. I'm gonna cash out Fly, and I'm just gonna roll that into another token. You know, I think I have like $100 worth of Fly if you're going off right now's price. I'd love to buy $100 worth of AVAX or Solana or something like that. That's just how I feel about it. So where are we at with our projects right now? You know, tomorrow's Monday. I'm gonna have a full rundown of projects and stuff like that. Now life's calmed down a little bit. I could probably do a little more research. Maybe I could bump them numbers instead of being an hour and 10. Maybe I can bump that to a 2-hour video. Who knows? And because I do have people who contact me, want to know why I don't talk more about this project or that project. And I'm like, people complain now that video is an hour and 10 minutes long. Do you realize if I go into full detail on all those projects, it will literally be a 2-hour video. I wouldn't be getting home till 11 or 12 o'clock after editing and everything else. So, you know, I'll try to do some more research into it. One thing, again, y'all know this channel. This ain't a YouTube channel that I hide from my mistakes, or it ain't technically a mistake yet, but project that, look, I'm not 100% still convinced by it, but I got a little flack in my live chat the other day about Grass. Grass supposedly just recently announced that they got, you know, huge investment fundraise or something like that. Hey, if Grass is kind of the same thing I feel about XRP. There's a lot of us in Grass. I've talked about Grass on this channel. I've did videos on Grass, and if I have Bit Harvest devices running, I can't remember, 5 or 6 of them right now. All 5 or 6 of them are running Grass. So hey, I'm happy if Grass is successful. I still say this day, even if it's 100% successful, I still say this day, I wouldn't run Grass on a computer that I'm doing builds on. And let me tell you, somebody toasted me on that. Somebody roasted me in my own live chat that I need to go put aluminum foil hat on and all kinds of stuff like that. And I told them I'm all out of aluminum foil because there's so many conspiracy theories going on right now. It's crazy in life. But I'm still going to take the precautionary of it. If y'all are grown adults watching this and y'all want to put Grass on, you can only put it on 1 computer per network, because when you do it on 2, it makes too much. It's maxed out. Hey, if you want to go put it on your computer, you're a grown adult. is don't come back on Grumpy's channel if something happens, and if something ever does, God forbid, happen, don't come back saying that I'm the one that talked you into going on grass, because the IT side of me and the work I do, grass is just spits in the face of all that. Running an extension that shares your data, bandwidth, or whatever like that is a no-go. But I'll run it on a spare broken laptop in a spare bedroom or on BitHarvest, because that's why I love them BitHarvest devices, because I can run grass on it and honey gain on it. I'm not doing any essential bank work on it, and I ain't got to worry about that. No, I can't do a video without talking about WingBits. WingBits people want to do an AMA with me. I'm hoping I get my computer finished up soon. Got a couple more things to order, but either way, y'all know I want to do them people right. I don't want to do no, half what type video with them. But another one that's had some movement. They kind of had accidentally, I don't know if you say accidentally released or not, but either way, their stations that they have approved. There was a pamphlet that went out in Singapore at the Token 2024 conference, or whatever the conference was called, showing their new miners that they partnered up with GeoNet with. I think it's a clean looking miner, very clean looking. So I think that's a huge step. We talk about all the time with these projects, especially projects in testnet. It's the little things they do that legitimize them for us, so we know that they're real. And to me, that was not only partnering with GeoNet, because GeoNet's already a full going crypto project. So GeoNet wanting to partner with WingBits was a huge step for legitimacy, but also the fact that they got these devices coming out by a third party. The third party is even selling them, so you don't have to worry about WingBits, running off in the middle of the night with your money or never receiving them. And then we got our new favorite project, Entropy. And I have a video planned for Entropy, but Entropy is very hard to explain. And trying to explain it to some of y'all, because I know this channel is more geared for some of the older people like me. So sometimes I have to keep it, I don't want to get too technical. And I don't know how I'm going to explain Entropy, but basically miners eat first. That's their number one motto. I didn't know what the hell that meant until somebody else, I told them, somebody in the Discord, I PM'd them, like, hey, put this into second grade English for me. Basically, when a lot of these projects, the founders make money and the VC make money, and you have all these different committees in tokenomics where the miners get the last 10 to 12, 15, 20, 30%. Miners eat first means that the founding people aren't making anything. Everything's going back to the miners, and that's why I like it. Also, you're memeing. What we also said, we mine nothing. It's a meme coin that is, you can't say it's worthless, but it is worthless. It's a meme coin that has no reason for life, if that's the way to put it. I don't know how y'all see how I'm struggling to try to explain this. How well, Grumpy, how are you getting excited for a project that means nothing? Because you're still making this meme coin. The meme coin's got some value, but there are some restrictions on it. And it's kind of like, I've seen some projects like this in the past where when you sell your token, you have to also burn a certain amount, and then you have to make that token back or something like that before you can sell again. And it's preventing people from dumping the token. So you're playing this kind of cool, crazy game where I'm gonna sit back and just mine this for a while, and you have to figure out a point that you think you might want to sell some for profit, but you're gonna get in trouble. That's the second law with Entropy. Second law is you don't sell Entropy. But when you do, like you said, you got to burn some and stuff like that. I had a lot of people ask me about getting into it. I'm into it. I got a full video coming up about setting it up, trying to do some more background. But again, I'm stumbling for the words, which is rare for me. who talks too much. Like this was supposed to be a 10-minute video, and you see how long I'm going. But entropy was supposed to be, you know, an easy thing to explain to y'all, and I'm just struggling to find those words. So what else? I got a lot of people asking me to look up, to deal with look into Anacoy, to dual mon with GeoNet, stuff like that. I am intrigued on that, especially when you figure I already got some of that hardware. So that is something. It just takes time to look into all that stuff. You know, there's another one that I was supposed to be looking up for some people. Like I said, hopefully we got another hurricane coming in the Gulf. Always something. This is very late for us for a hurricane, but we got to watch out for it. I think it's going to go towards Florida. I can't deal with another hurricane. I'm still dealing with some stuff at my house. So, you know, you got that going on. Probably next weekend I'll go back fishing where I went today with my son. My son was supposed to go fishing with me this morning, but last night was his homecoming dance, and he had a very late night. So I knew when at the time he got home this morning that he was not going to go fishing and leaving at 4:30 in the morning. So there's I don't know. I don't want to go too deep into all these projects and stuff, because I'm gonna do that again tomorrow on Monday's video. But sword chain, I know I'm doing very good with the staking. So if you're in the sword chain, make sure you're staking. Make sure you stake with Dash Tech, small little personally owned company type thing, so that we don't give too much voting power for these other ones for everybody. Luna Classic, they're talking about how the original group that had it, that bankruptcy proceedings have been approved and they're going through bankruptcy, so that should help the Luna Classic people out. Hey, I hope so. You know, Luna was the first one I really took a big chance on. I had a Litecoin miner. I haven't probably told a lot of y'all this, but I had a Litecoin miner that mined Litecoin. In my infinite wisdom, when Luna crashed, I ain't gonna lie to you, I bought a couple of times on the way down, but eventually I finally bought the bottom, and I bought about $400 or $500 worth of Luna Classic at the bottom, because I'm telling you, I was buying on the way down. So I probably spent about $600, $700 total, but eventually I got about $400 or $500 on the bottom, which even today at the price where it's lower, I want to say is somewhere around $1,700, $1,800. My point I'm getting at is, that's one of my first coins I had this great hope for, that, hey, if it could just eat a 0 or 2, you know, get to 1 penny, get to 2 penny, get to 10 cents, I'll be living great. So, but we'll do a full workup video Monday for y'all, and tomorrow, which is tomorrow. Figure out what's going on with all the markets, figure out what's going on with these projects, seeing what's new in the projects, and you know, we'll go from there. Trying to find some new projects we're gonna get into. I am kind of ready to get into some new projects. And you know, what's good with Entropy is the little miner device that you need. It's only like $15 on Amazon. It did take a little tweaking for me to get it. It wasn't just simply plug and play. There was several steps you had to follow. Mine didn't work as the steps, so I had to do a little troubleshooting, which that's my luck. But I think a lot of people should be able to get it. And then what's cool about it is, it's just, I have mine plugged into the back of one of my little devices that has USB power, and it's just a little card. If y'all saw it, probably about the size of like this knife right here, about this big, USB plug that plugs into one of my USB devices, and it just sits there, runs off. It doesn't do anything. So we'll talk more about that. But thank y'all for watching, and I ain't gonna keep y'all no more. I'm at home now, gotta unpack all this fishing stuff from the vehicle, and I'll see y'all tomorrow on our big video, our Monday video. And because the Thursday live was so great, and I had so many people, and it was fun going back and forth talking to everybody, I will do probably another live Thursday, unless there's something going on in my life I don't know about, which is likely, you know, because I don't check my calendar. So Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all in the next video.